Hey everybody, Joey with Tactical Response, and today we're going to talk some more about keeping our heads up. I know we've done a bunch of shorts about it lately, so I figured instead of doing like 10 more shorts about it, why not just do a longer form video, kind of get my thoughts aired out, and hopefully give a little bit more context behind our thought process, especially after watching that footage of the Secret Service agent who wanted to put her gun away without looking at the holster, but wasn't able to. Eventually she had to look at it to put it away. So let's just jump right into it. First off, everything that we do with our gun, or while we have the gun out, we should be able to do it with our heads up. Malfunction clearances, reloads, all of that stuff, everything we need to do. And I don't think anyone is arguing that point, you know. I don't think anyone is saying, well, observe is sometimes part of a malfunction clearance process, and that seems a little silly to me. Like, we should do, our philosophy is non-diagnostic gun handling. So if a tap rack doesn't fix it, reload the gun, that kind of thing. Anyway, so I don't think anybody is really arguing like, yeah, when you get a malfunction, you should look at it and tap it and rack it and make sure it went into battery, yada yada. But the point of contention tends to come to even the reholstering process. The normal turn of phrase is, if it's safe enough to put it away, it's safe enough to look at it. And a lot of people I respect, Craig Douglas being one of them, say that. And I'm not necessarily saying that they are wrong. Because whenever I did the short responding to Craig, or not responding to him, but, you know, kind of giving a little bit of context behind what he had said in his short, he actually ended up replying back, and I'm going to paraphrase here, but pretty much he said it's not that he thinks that you should never reholster without looking at it. It was that if it's safe enough to reholster, it's probably safe enough to look. Because in his video, in the comments there, Jay ended up asking him, like, hey, like, what do you do in the dark? And, you know, Craig ended up responding like, yeah, I've reholstered in the dark a bunch, and his thing was using the thumb to find the holster in that context. But yeah, so you may find yourself in a situation where you have to be able to reholster without looking at it. So even if you don't subscribe to our philosophy, which is, even whenever it comes to reholstering, I'm going to keep my head up. Like, even if the bad guy is down, even if I've left the area, because bad guys attack in groups and pairs, or pairs and groups, I should say, and I'm not going to give anyone who could be on his team a chance to blindside me. I get it. I promise I do understand the thought process behind it. And not saying that it's wrong. Maybe there's correct and more correct, or we can just do the cop-out answer, which is the situation will dictate the tactics, you know, kind of thing. But again, why not just know how to do it? Why not just know how to do it? Right? If you never practice reholstering without looking at the holster, what are you going to do when it's dark? What are you going to do when you cannot afford to take your eyes off of whatever the situation is unfolding as? You can't afford to take your eyes off of that for a second to look down at your holster. If you don't practice it, you will not rise to the occasion. You're not going to succeed, or maybe another way of saying it is do efficiently a skill that you have not practiced, right? So at the very least, even if you don't subscribe to our thought process behind it, you should still you should start practicing reholstering without looking at the gun. Worst case scenario, it's a tactic that you have in your back pocket that you can employ when the situation calls for it. You know, at the very least, that's what you've got. If you find yourself in an altercation, bad guy is down, you've left the area, you're behind cover, you've got, you know, all people joined in, and now you're a fire team or what have you. Whatever situation you're picturing, where in that moment you feel like it's okay to look at your holster, then you'll be able to. You can just take a look at it and put it away. But when you find yourself in the situation where it's dark, somebody's shooting from the rooftops, and you don't want to put your gun away, you don't want to take your eyes off of the area, so you want to put your gun away without looking at it, when you find yourself in a situation like that, you will be able to call upon the skill and do so. Maybe there's more to say about it. If you guys have any questions, any comments, please let us know in the comments down below. I'll try my best to get to them. Maybe I end up doing another short or two about it, but that's all I got for you today. As always, thanks for watching, and remember, your responsibility to be ready for the fight never ends.